great to see you. You had the single best quote of the week. Forget about the president. Forget about Chairman Kim. I love it. We are people separated by a common language. In the Wall Street world, this is really true. The separation of New York and London in that common language. How separated are we?
Well, we're separated by an ocean, but in terms of these markets, we're actually closely aligned. London is without peer in terms of its role in the global derivative markets as the servicing center, the clearing center, and it's vitally important that we in the United States and Britain, notwithstanding Brexit, maintain that connection. And that's what we did on Monday in London. We announced a series of packages to make sure that the trade across the Atlantic continues.
Do you want to do London, or do you need to prepare at the CFTC where you're going to have a common language with Paris or Frankfurt or you name the city?
Yeah, no, it would be nice to think so, but London is without peer in the global stage in its servicing of the wholesale markets. Europe has important retail markets, but there is no capital to date, maybe it'll emerge, outside of Britain in Europe that can rival Britain in its ability to service these multi-trillion-dollar markets and over-the-counter derivative products.
And Chairman Giancarlo, we were looking actually at your news conference, of course, with Governor Carney on Monday. But can the City of London really survive this? So, yes, that's great. You have, you gave a major boost actually to the City of London. But can it survive the rest?
Okay. From our point of view at the United States, we take no position in Brexit. That's a European issue. But it's vitally important that we have continuity in these markets. American banks support anywhere between 60 and 70% of the trading in these markets. So we have a vital interest in the United States in making sure there's continuity. And right now, there is no rival to London in being able to provide the support, the servicing, the clearing, the settlement, all of the contractual support that goes around this marketplace. So we wanted to make sure that certainty was there between the United States and Britain, whatever happens with Brexit.
Okay, does it change your relationship with the EU, though? So what I've heard within the corridors of Brussels is that the pro-market countries in Europe will miss the UK very much because they gave them a little bit more of a market focus when it came to banks, when it came to regulation, and even derivatives. How will your relationship with Frankfurt change because of Brexit?
It's an excellent question, Francine, and to that very point, I left London right after that press conference with Governor Carney and took the Eurostar so I could walk the halls of those corridors of Brussels to meet with our counterparties in Europe and to let them know that while we take no view in their Brexit dispute, we need to maintain continuity in markets. We're working very closely with our counterparties in Brussels and in Paris and in Frankfurt to make sure that however this evolves, there's continuity in our markets, and the United States takes an impartial view, but a very supportive view on both sides of the channel.
Yeah, and this is not, I'm not asking you to weigh in politically, but do you believe that with Brexit, Germany and the EU and France will be less market friendly?
That will be for them to decide. We, the United States, will remain as friendly with them and as supportive of their markets as we can possibly be. The rest is for them to determine.
I wanted to talk futures on Bryce Harper, and that would be something the CFTC would be acclaimed at.
Well, our markets are very adaptive. We've launched Bitcoin futures a year and a half ago. There are other cryptocurrencies.
Let me rip up the script. How's that worked out? How have Bitcoin futures worked out?
It's worked actually spectacularly well, Tom.
Please explain. 20,000 to 3,000?
Let's go back to 2017 when the first post-crisis bubble began, and it began where? But in Bitcoin. And by the summer of 2017, that price was accelerating rapidly. By December, it had reached $19,000 a Bitcoin. The day Bitcoin futures launched was the high water mark for Bitcoin
And what
prices.
does that mean? Translate that for our audience.
Okay, Bitcoin was at $19,050 a Bitcoin the day the Bitcoin future launched. And on that day, institutional money could finally say, that's a ridiculous price, we're going to short it.
Exactly.
And within 90 days, the Bitcoin price had come back into its own fundamentals.
You and Alan Greenspan are right on this, that derivatives can provide stability and a path for big money to provide a social good. What's your next Bitcoin project?
There are a number that you may have heard about.
Free agents in baseball?
Well, I'll tell you what I may think the next thing is in cannabis. You're seeing cannabis now developing in Canada and around the world. A lot of money is going into cannabis, and there's concern, as you do in any agricultural product, as to weather conditions, growing conditions, price conditions. And I would think that you'll see a cannabis derivative product sometime in the near future.